Hello everybody, I'm making another video. I was just slowing some of the footage down. If you want to see certain things, sometimes speeding it up makes it better and sometimes slowing it down makes it better. I just want to go back to these orb things, sprites, whatever they are. Just like to explain things. Maybe a lot of people don't realise that we live in a totally electromagnetic place. Everything is electric. The air is electric. The trees are electric. The sky is electric. Air is electric. I think I said air, didn't I? We are electric. We have an electric pulse in our hearts and our brains. And then when we are at hospital and they're trying to revive us, what do? They give us an electric shock to bring us back. Anyway, we begin with seeing this as dust. Particles which move, float. They don't skit-scat through the air. What it is if dust was like that, if these were dust, what we're seeing now, these orb things, we'd see hundreds of them. And we don't, we only see a few. And then what you actually notice is, as you see with that one, it's not going towards the torch, it's going the other way. It's completely bypassing the torch. Sometimes they go towards the torch, sometimes they somersault. What these are little electrical entities. That's what we're looking at. Because I've just said we live in an electrical place. Now, this is obviously happening around us all the time and we're just not noticing it. Maybe the bright light on it, you know, I got to 5, but there's loads more. How many is there? 1, 2, 3, there's about 5 or 6 there. 7, 8, and it carries on with them. And yes, he was moving the sheets. But he's not always moving the sheets. They just appear randomly, like this one. Coming down. And it's not going towards the torch. You can see where the torch is. It's going past the torch. So how can that be dust? It's going in a direction. No, sorry. A few people say that I'm manipulating it. This is what I do. I just go in and I zoom in and I zoom in. And then all I did for the dried ones was just change the colouring. See that one? It's actually a 3D thing. It's not just a speck. It's sort of 3D. It's there and you can see it go down. And the light isn't really on it when it disappears down there. So I'm just going to zoom in a bit more to show you this. I've just sped it up a bit. Because it does take hours to do this. It's taken me all of Sunday night. So, I'm going backwards now. There it is. See, it just comes from nowhere. It just comes from nowhere. It's not like it's floating down. It just comes from nowhere. We live in an electrical place. Everything is electrical. It's everything. The water. A lot of people don't realise that we've got these negative ions in the ground which are really good for us. We need to take our shoes off and stand on the ground. The ground is electric, the air is electric, we are electric. That is electric of some kind, just not one we understand that well. I thought maybe some of these could be dust, but they can't be because they're moving in all sorts of different directions and they're not going towards the torch. They are going towards the torch. They're going up, they're going down. And what it is these things are going really fast. I've slowed the footage down to show you. So they didn't see any of this. None of those people saw this. None of these people saw those things, those orbs. None of them. You can only see it on the playback. And as I said, look, There is light coming through. If there was dust in the room like that, there'd be loads of them. You've seen when you've opened the curtains a certain time of the day, you can just see the dust floating around in the room, which you don't see. It's certain types of dust, daylight. But these things were just going in all sorts of different directions, going really fast, up, down, roundabout. They were just, these are electrical entities in our air. Obviously, this is Shanann's bedroom. They were really happening around Nicole and those sheets in the corner. That's where really these orb things were happening. And you can call me nuts if you like. And you see, what it is I've also done a bit where the torch is there and they're not there, and then suddenly it is there. And these things come nowhere. So again, we're back here again by the sheets. I mean, that one looks like it's jumping over a, if it was dust. These things are going much faster than that, don't forget. It's amazing what's really going on in front of us that we just don't see. See that one? We went into the chest of drawers. He went into the wood. They're electrical entities. That's a pretty good one, that one. What it is best to do is to slow it up and speed it down and slow it down and fasten it up yourself. Backwards and forwards yourself. So, we don't quite understand everything, do we? We think we do, but we don't always. Loads going on here as well. I've wondered whether maybe these are the torch, but again, he's not shining the torch where they are. But again, look into the place we live. It's a lot different to you think it is. You need to do your own research. But anyway, what does everybody reckon then? What does everybody think then? Dust? Orbs? Rest in peace, Shanann, Bella, Cece and Nico.